Yes, because they're not.
They're not.
All right.
We have cake up here for you too, because otherwise you wouldn't get any.
Yeah, Melissa and Bess, you have your cake. You have an extra piece of cake.
We have 4 pieces of cake. The 3 of us are going to have to share.
So I will turn it over now to Geeks Without God, and as soon as the couple's ready, they'll be coming up and joining them on the podcast.
Well, there we go. Now we have 5 pieces of cake.
No.
Geeks Without God.
I have a piece of cake. All right, Nick, come on up. We'll do some little housekeeping things.
Yay, like a wizard.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get started. Just telling you a little bit about what's going on before the fabulous bride and groom come up and join us. We are Geeks Without God. We are a atheist geeky podcast. And we get to have a wonderful conversation with 2 people we just married. Before we do that,
I'm married to Nick.
Yeah, you're married to Nick.
I'm not married to Melissa and Bess.
Yeah, that polygamy or
Just
bigamy
making
is
sure, because
still.
sometimes it happens accidentally.
It does by mistake. So yeah,
I'm glad we covered the definition.
So I just want to point out we're recording 2 podcasts today, and this weekend we are doing a challenge. If people donate $1,000 specifically dedicated to the Geeks Without God challenge, the 3 of us are going to go ghost hunting.
And we're going to take it seriously.
We're going to take it seriously.
We're going to try to find ghosts.
Last year the goal, there was 2 years ago.
2 years ago it was to make us go to the mega church.
Which we did, the Grace Mega Church. And then last year it was, the donation was to make us all go get audited by the Scientologists.
That sucked.
And I just want to update on that I'm still getting physical mail from them in an abundant quantity from Scientology. I still get their magazine.
They invited him to L. Ron Hubbard's birthday party.
Yeah.
They did indeed.
Happy birthday to you.
So,
you're crazy motherfucker.
So if, I don't know what the fallout could be from going on a professionally led ghost hunt with professional, real ghost hunting equipment. But
things that measure coldness and like ghosty bits.
Yeah, right. PKE meters.
There's a ghosty meter somewhere. I can tell.
My thing's going what's-its.
Yeah. So if we hit that limit, if you donate enough money to Fearless Comedy Productions, we'll go on a real, in quotes, real ghost hunt.
Oh no, it'll actually happen. It's a real ghost hunt.
It's a real ghost hunt.
The ghost hunt is real.
Yeah.
The ghosts are not.
It's not a real -ghost hunt. It's a real ghost hunt.
Right.
So there's that. We've only got about $100 so far donated to that. So we still got time.
I guess they just don't really want to punish us that much.
I guess they like us. They really like us.
If they really wanted to be punishing us, they would give us more money.
They would.
I mean, that's
And there's still time.
Try to use that argument at home, too.
We're doing these live podcasts this week, and next week we're going to be recording our 200th episode live at the Bryant Lake Bowl.
True.
And we have a couple of really amazing guests. We have Bar Abney from Go 96.3.
And Jeremy Messersmith.
Jeremy Messersmith from the
radio.
World.
Yeah.
From the music you listen to.
Yeah, the music of your life.
Yeah. We're also going to have a couple of really exciting announcements at the show, and if not, you're not at the show, you'll be sad, but then you'll be able to read about them later on Facebook.
And you'll be able to hear it eventually when they go up.
And even right now, we have Geeks Without God t-shirts.
It's true. You can go right now to Teespring, teespring.com/geekswithoutgodapparel. There's hyphens in between each of those words, and you can buy one of our shirts. I also want to point out that I know I did say maybe that they don't want to punish us, and that's why they haven't donated the money for the ghost hunt. But you guys, there's no God to punish us. So who's going to punish us for our many crimes?
We're not going to hell.
Yeah, there's no
Ghosts.
hell. And believe me,
Ghosts.
I've done plenty to be punished for it. So, and no one's hit me. The kind of you guys, you got to just donate the money. That's all there is to it.
So if anybody wants to see how soon Melissa and Fess might be able to
Yeah.
Oh, there they are.
Hey!
There they are.
Give it up for the newly married Melissa and Fess. I almost just hummed Hail to the Chief instead of kind of
Dun, 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 dun. You each get your own microphone. We saved you some cake. This one's mine.
Yeah.
My cake. So we're going to just take a moment of
You're all
silence.
welcome.
And then we're going to record this.
So just a hush all over the crowd.
Actually, could somebody get me a glass of water? Me too, please. Okay, thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
And we're going to start with Be the Silence, and then we'll go into it.
Welcome to Geeks Without God. I'm your host, Tim Wick. I'm joined, as always, by my co-hosts, Molly Glover.
That's me.
And Nick Glover.
I'm that one.
And today is a very special day on Geeks Without God. Today, we celebrate love.
Aww.
Yeah, we're celebrating love with our good friends and frequent podcast guest, Melissa Kircher.
Hello?
And her newly minted husband, Fess. Hi. Hi, Fess.
When you refer to a person as newly minted, I imagine not being pressed like a coin, but still in the wrapper like an action figure.
Did you guys see what he did to that building? I don't know. Minted seems pretty reasonable to me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. They smashed buildings.
That's how monsters consummate marriages. Destroy something.
I'll show you how monsters consummate marriages later.
No.
Wait, was that the video from the other day?
It was.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah, that saddle hurt.
So just a little over.
Like a little blanket underneath.
Yeah.
Damn it! I knew
That's
it.
what a horse blanket is for.
Damn it!
So just a little over 20 minutes ago, we, the three of us, the three members of Geeks Without God, along with the three members of our friends but lesser podcast, Apropos of Nothing.
It's not lesser if you're going by runtime or words spoken, I think.
Yeah, just by interesting things said.
I don't know.
Damn, per like hour.
I was going to throw in gauntlets, but I mean...
That's all right. They're not here right now.
Okay.
So, along with our friends from the AON podcast, that's Matt, Salsa, and Jenna, and also our good friend and giant, Matthew Keston, the Reverend Matthew Keston, we tag team married Melissa and Fess right here.
It's important that you have the word married in there, because if you just say we tag team Melissa and Fess, that means something different.
Yeah.
I learned that.
The other day.
Right.
Exactly.
Like video the other day.
Exactly. Bring the blanket.
So it was a really there were moments of sweetness, there were moments of hilarity.
I'm not gonna lie, I cried like a baby.
Especially during the
did.
Steven Universe song
I cried
montage.
during the universe song.
Absolutely cried.
Just weeping the open weeping.
Open weeping also means something else. That's like sores, not like people.
So
Yay, married.
we asked Melissa, hey, what do you want to do this podcast about? She's like, I don't know, make it up. So I think
Easier than making the wedding happen.
the wedding was a real. There was a lot of effort involved. I mean, tell them what you're wearing. Tell our podcast listeners, what are you wearing right
Well,
now?
we're basically wearing these Japanese. They're almost like footy pajamas without the footies on them.
Kigurumi.
Kigurumi. Yeah, they have little animal faces on the hoods. So I'm in the quote dragon one, and Fess is in the Japanese monkey one. Because Fess had the idea of, hey, we should do Godzilla versus King Kong for our theme for our wedding, and I went, yeah.
Yeah.
So this was a fun way to do that.
And Fess is wearing a fez.
Mm-hmm.
And Melissa, you actually have a veil.
I have a veil on the costume, and then if I pull the hood back, I have a tiara as well, so I have both.
All bases covered.
Yes.
So this is really the ultimate Geeks Without God wedding. I think in advertising right now, if you want to be married by Geeks Without God, which you can, because all three of us are ordained.
We're not just ordained, we're also licensed with the state.
Goddamn right.
We can perform weddings anywhere.
Yeah, for anyone, but you need the Kikigumi suit, I feel like.
Kigurumi.
Kigurumi?
Mikikumi.
I don't know.
I can't pronounce it. I don't know if it's
Yeah, it's not.
I can't keep the consonants and vowels and...
The Kikomon suits, whatever.
Those are salty.
The suits, they aren't, required, but
Molly has a goat one.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
I know, right?
Oh, like that video the other day.
Exactly.
I was talking to a friend of ours, Stacy Petterberg. She's a designer. She has clothes and costumes and stuff. And I was saying I want a Fallout Vault Dweller Kigurumi. Like it'll look like the Vault Dweller, like blue jumpsuit with the yellow and the numbers on the back and stuff. But like giant baggy pajamas, like for a different kind of cosplay pajamas.
Then I can lock you out of the house and make you deal with things outside.
Yeah. Wait.
Like a shelter.
Yeah. No.
It's a joke.
Also radiation. Yeah. So did you two have any plans for doing a wedding that didn't involve doing it live at a comedy marathon and like follow up with a podcast reception?
Now, we should point out, this wedding was performed I'm eating cake, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, they don't know it. They're listening on the radio. They don't know that. I'm telling
I'm reading right now.
Consummate professional.
This wedding was performed in the middle of Die Laughing, a 50-hour comedy marathon for Fierce Comedy Productions. And they're like, hey, I've got an idea. Let's get married in the middle of Die Laughing.
Yeah.
And, was that your plan originally when you decided to get married?
Oh God, no.
We had a few ideas.
Well-
Mostly they stopped at ideas.
Yeah, well, I think I said let's elope, and then you said you want to do something a little bit more.
I wanted a costume.
Yeah, you wanted to do something, and I said, oh, game on then. So.
Yeah, so we did get some costumes at least.
Yes.
And then we had seen Fury Road. It was like, what if we do like a Fury Road theme and rent out like a one of those outdoor theaters? And
Yeah,
Oh.
we were thinking of renting the Valley High Drive and doing a Fury Road thing.
Or like a junkyard.
And then everybody comes and decorates their cars.
That would have been.
That would've been
great.
That would
That
amazing.
would require more time
Yeah.
that we already don't have.
But
Yes.
the day itself and the time was special.
Yeah, 7 years ago today we met, and so we figured out that this year it fell on a Saturday. It was like, oh, we could have one anniversary. That would be so convenient. and then I went, oh, it's during Die Laughing. Oh. And then when I was thinking out loud about this, I was at a recording session with you, Tim.
Yeah, we were recording our podcast, and Melissa and I recorded together called Real Education. Check it out on iTunes.
Yes.
So
So we were recording Real Education and just talking, and I go, yeah, my that Saturday is during Die Laughing, and so I was trying to figure out, and then I think it was Jenna, you should get married during Die Laughing, and it was like, oh, yeah, yeah, we should. And Fess luckily was along for the ride. So.
And I was like,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that you said that. Otherwise, it would have been an awkward day with her being here and you not. And still
She
be
married
married
someone else. Well,
Well, maybe they get married remotely. I mean, this whole thing's streamed on the web. There's like a 2-minute delay, so.
Molly and I have our wedding anniversary date like at a really easy to remember day because it's like we got married 1 week to the day before Molly's 30th birthday.
Yep.
So it's almost like a spinster joke.
Yeah.
Like right under the wire.
My grandfather actually said, this is going to sound like I'm doing a stereotype. This is literally what he talks like. Hey, you made it just under the 30 years. Like, it's like
That's how funny they talk.
you didn't get old. Wow.
Yeah, he talks like it's just
He's been here since
hilarious.
1948.
And that's he's set. He's cemented in how he talks.
Cemented in his accent.
Yep.
He apparently learned it from the movies.
He did.
But it makes it super easy to remember. Like I never have to forget because it's like our anniversary is this is gonna sound more stoner than it should. Our anniversary is the day before 420, and her birthday is the 1 week after that. I'll never forget. Ironically, 420 helps me remember things. So, I'm the first person that's ever
I
happened
like
to.
how I think that is actually a correct use of the word irony.
Yeah. That's the only way to use it.
So, I think the other thing that I think needs to be brought up is what was written on your cake.
We actually sat down one night for like an hour and a half,
Yeah.
and we were Googling around going, okay,
What happens on April 9th?
what has happened on April 9th? Because, it feels like, if we're going to just get a sheet cake and, cut it open with a sword, we should
Which is
do
awesome.
something extra silly with the cake, too.
Yeah, we can't just say congratulations.
Melissa Fess. No, that's
Boring.
boring. So we were Googling around the history of April 9th, and we're going, okay, so like the inauguration of the Suez Canal, but I can't independently verify that date. I can't do that. So we're going through it.
It had to be nonsense, but it had to be factual nonsense.
It had to be right. I mean,
It had to be correct.
The nonsense had to make sense.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And so the cake said, congratulations, Ulysses S. Grant.
And why did it say that?
Because it's Appomattox Day.
Appomattox Day. So this is the day that General Lee surrendered to to Ulysses S. Grant.
No. Appomattox is a big dragon, and he slew it
Wait, so
with a sword.
So which one of you?
That's what it
Which
is.
one of you is General Lee? Which one of you surrendered to the other today?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to happen later. If you know what I mean.
That's
He's gonna have Appomattox.
Yeah.
that's your wedding's name now is Ulysses S. Grant. Like that's the umbrella under which you both operate incorporated.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's how that should go down.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
because,
Well, I mean, it's like if anybody knows anything about Melissa, I mean, obviously I'm going to be submitting to her because she is queen of the lizard people.
It's true.
Yeah. So
She's got a
right in her
tiara.
blog,
There's
amongst
a
other
tiara
places.
right
Yeah.
there, and she's dressed as a lizard.
Wait, you just realized.
Does that make me king of the lizard people now?
Yes. Or is it British?
No,
rule?
your Prince Regent, motherfucker. I'm sorry.
You also get a bunch of other meaningless titles like Duke of Snakes and, you're some sort of like arch.
No,
He's wearing the
meat and potatoes because I know I can regularly and reliably make that from a list.
That's right.
You're wearing a giant monkey costume. Maybe you can be Duke of Skull Island.
That'd be awesome.
Like ambassador to primate kind.
Ambassador to giant primate
I
kind.
like all this power you're giving me right now. I got these titles.
Ambassadors don't have any power. What the hell do you think?
Yeah, you don't really have the power until you get business cards made.
Yeah.
Then you have the power. That's when it's official.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm getting you business cards for your birthday.
Wow.
Oh, fantastic.
This is a romantic
I already have
relationship.
some. They say I'm fast on them.
Yes, I know. You need some.
You need some new ones that say you're king of Monkey Island, Skull Island,
Yes.
And
ambassador
to
to a monkey people.
giant primate kind. Yeah.
I'll just be the monkey king.
That's a title
Nice.
already taken.
You gotta earn that one, buddy.
I think you actually have to be Chinese to be the Monkey King. I think that's the rules. Is it Monkey King? No? Son Goku?
I'm
Anyone?
with you.
Yeah, all right. Melissa's. Yeah, I'm not crazy and racist. That's a thing. All right.
I didn't know I had to affirm that because it's just the truth.
All right. I just,
Yes, that's
Well,
what
it
it
is
is.
from Japan, not China.
But the myth it's based on is a Chinese legend.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just careful with any sort of accidental reason.
Pretty much all Japanese myths are basically stolen from the Chinese. So
It's a culture of theft, right?
Yeah.
I mean, find one that's alive today.
there's sea-based culture, and all sea-based cultures are basically pirates.
Sure.
That's his
Oh,
story.
I
oh,
forgot which podcast we're on.
Yeah. It's
We are.
This may be one of the most
This
random
podcast-
podcasts.
This
Yeah.
podcast is sea-based culture.
I think we caught AON. Like, I feel like when I touched Jenna, like we caught apropos of nothing.
I think it is viral.
It's just super like rambly now.
it's terrible.
We're not drunk enough.
Oh, good point.
That's what you get for getting married in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Did either of you have any pressure or anything to have or any religion in your wedding?
In the wedding?
Religion,
Or
no.
as a part of the...
No, I mean, well, especially not from my side of the family. They're kind of, they're surprised they got married at all. But
Yeah, my side of the family.
they were pushing for a more traditional wedding, that's for sure.
Well,
Well, there were rings.
More traditional is a big area.
Yeah.
From this, I mean, that's a
we're gonna
lot.
actually make it up to them
Yeah.
with a little bit more traditional-ish thing in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, and that's fine. And I'm not going to go into it on the air for
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
stuff.
and it's
just
a
on
long
that.
story.
Like, it's a long story and it's certainly boring. I mean, I could certainly talk about all my personal stuff another time, maybe.
Yeah.
But anybody, I mean, right now I believe that you're already doing a drawing. That people can submit money to be in a drawing to be a guest on this podcast.
That's right.
Yeah,
Well, not a
it's
drawing.
an
It's an online auction.
Yeah.
Which those of you that are listening on the podcast, which is going up this Tuesday, too late.
Yeah. But everyone that's watching online or in person, you're just in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel
yeah.
the whole
Like consult
podcast on my
us.
own personal upbringing through from being raised as Roman Catholic and all the way up to what I now call anti-theist.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's great. Well, I'm just going to point out
For
that
the wedding,
Yeah.
Fest, you can go online and bid on that. I believe. Before they started recording, the bid was $61. So,
Hey.
yeah, and it's a $5 increments. You could just bid $66.
Oh, I get it. 'Cause it's,
I'm gonna throw. I'll put some change in there just to make it
Of the
noise.
beast.
And 31 cents.
Yeah.
So that's great. We will look forward to you bidding on that podcast, so we can talk about that later.
Although I did promise him he could answer the 5 questions. Since
I think
this is his first time on this
Well,
podcast.
and so we've had you on 3 times prior to this.
I think
right.
four.
This is
It's-
3,
it's-
or is this 4 or is this
This is
5?
four. This
This
is
is
four.
4. I think this is 4. And so you've answered the new questions.
Yes.
All right.
The old
And-
questions,
and-
and asked us a set of our own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we ask Fest any questions?
Maybe we should ask Fest the new
Or I
questions.
think we should, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's time.
Yeah.
All right.
It's time for the questions. And
Fest,
Yes.
are you ready?
I am ready.
You're
right.
prepared.
Notes right here.
Excellent. All right.
Studies.
Question number 1. What's a movie you'll stop and watch anytime it's on?
I told Melissa when I was going through these that basically any movie I liked, I was like, if I'm channel flipping, it's like, oh, that, and I'd stop and watch. But then she said, oh, that's not the spirit of the question. The movie that I would stop every time I see it and watch it to the end, no matter where it is Wreck-It Ralph.
Ooh.
Ah, it's an awesome movie. I love Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, it's when I first saw it, I remember saying that this is one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. Probably my top 5 at least, but it was like that good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we saw it in the theater together, and as we walked out, he did literally say that he loved the movie. He really did.
Through my tears.
Yes,
It's
yes,
great.
he was very emotionally.
Yes.
I like all the cameos and stuff. Like I like the bad guy support group stuff was just I lost it for that. I had a friend say that Wreck-It Ralph is like the spiritual opposite of Pixels. Like it's like that's its evil twin brother from a mirror dimension. Is like you get. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger is the good twin, and then Danny DeVito is Pixels. Like
I think I got one better way to put it.
Yeah.
Put it to you in terms of web communities. Wreck-It Ralph would be the good fan fiction, and Pixels would be some shit that Adam Sandler did.
surprisingly accurate. Surprisingly accurate. Question number 2. Question number 2. What is your geekiest or most prized possession?
Melissa.
I knew that's what I was going to say. I knew it.
I know
Patriarchy!
it doesn't count because she's not a possession.
Right.
Yeah.
So I actually have a different answer, and it's actually I gave it some thought because it's like I couldn't think of what do I have that's prized
Yeah.
that I cherish so much. There's certainly have plenty of geeky stuff. I got some My Little Pony figurines. I got a bunch of old reboot action
You
figures.
have a handful of guitar picks.
Well, we got that one that
Yeah.
Guitar Wolf show.
Yes.
Actually,
That is a
a
story.
good prize possession right there, but that was a gift for you, so I can't say that. But it would be from Comic-Con. You had gotten this Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie film for theaters poster,
Nice.
and you gave it to me. And I have a bunch of Aqua Teen Hunger Force things as well, and this is the first time I actually put a poster into an actual poster frame with glass,
Yeah.
framed wood and everything. I spent a lot on that frame because it's like, I guess
Frames
that's what the
are
movie is.
crazy expensive. You
it's
don't
the-
realize it.
Well, if you go to Target, you get like one of those things.
Well,
It's
sure.
$10, but yeah.
Yeah. It's the Frank Frazetta poster.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic,
Oh, that's
fantastic.
Yeah.
God, that was a crazy movie.
Okay, so question number 3. What fictional deity or supernatural being do you wish was real?
Gaia.
Ooh.
Sure. Like
Just
it's
the Mother
goddess.
Earth spirit, yeah.
all-encompassing, semi-sentient Earth
Basically,
thing.
Yeah, because if
Yeah,
Gaia
yeah.
was real, she would have smoked the shit out of us about, I don't know, a couple hundred years ago.
I will even take Captain Planet's Gaia.
Okay. Oh, even better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she has like this
Better.
computer.
A non-threatening woman in a
you'll take-
flowing
Plus,
purple
she's a
gown.
person of color as well, so
Yeah.
it's like
Yep.
makes it even awesome.
You'll take
Right.
Captain Planet's Gaia as in you'll accept it or you'll never mind.
I'll accept it. I'll accept that in opposite of.
Yeah.
Yes.
To go further, to
Yeah.
expand on the.
Yes.
On the
I will
answer.
take that version of Gaia.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Plus, anyone who's given out power rings, they're probably cool.
Well, we got our own power rings right here.
It's true.
That's right.
They're
We
very-
can send and
They have
decode
decoder rings.
messages
That's
to
so
each other.
awesome.
Their wedding rings
They
are
can
decoder
send
rings.
secret messages through their wedding rings.
All right, question 4. Let's say religion is gone. What is the biggest problem that humanity now faces?
Racism.
Yeah, I like that. I don't like racism. I like that answer. It's a good-
Racism
damn
is
it.
awesome.
God damn it. Yeah, no.
You heard it here on Geeks Without God. Molly
That's
Glover thinks
Yeah.
racism is
I,
great.
I had to think about like what, because there's like religion. I feel is used, at least used as the basis for so much hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether or not it'd be actually part of the doctrine or people are abusing the dogma thereof. And if you took that away, well, there's a whole lot of anti-women stuff used and inside of a lot of stuff. So I feel that's why I didn't say like, you know, women's rights.
Sure.
I feel that would let up earlier than, you know, race against race.
It
sort
did
of stuff.
Sure.
historically.
Yeah, right.
It's-
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's a good answer. And question number 5 is, what is your favorite quote?
This is the one I had the most trouble with because I
Yeah.
could only like think of phrases or sayings that aren't quotes or rules of thumb to remember, like King Philip something. I don't remember that one. Or why buy the cow when you can go to the store and buy it a gallon for $3? You know, because otherwise,
Sage advice.
yeah, because you don't have the income or resources to actually take care of livestock yourself. So
Yeah,
that's a bit long.
it's especially apt to bring up on your wedding day, I feel.
It's really a paraphrase.
Buy the cow when you can get me.
And I really couldn't think of an actual quote, like a really good quote. And I even here I'm trying to delay enough to try to think of one, and I'm not. She told me I'm not allowed to actually quote myself. Because
Why
I always,
not?
well, I
Okay,
always,
fine.
Because she's the boss,
if I
Tim.
can quote myself,
You
it's
go
just
ahead.
I'm Fess.
Okay, there.
That's it. It became a joke.
It's
I'm Fess.
it's not just a meta quote. It's also seems to be like your ethos. Like I'm Fess.
Right.
It's
Like
your-
if I was a character in a video game and I popped up, you know, that'd be my catchphrase before I basically get, you know, beat up and then I fall back, flash a couple times, disappear.
I'm fast.
Would you
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
would you be 8-bit or 16?
You know, it's
That's
going to
a
be
good question.
8-bit because we went right from Nintendo Entertainment System to Nintendo 64.
Okay.
So we barely got that 16-bit era because we passed over it. So
Okay, got it.
So
It's
8-bit.
8-bit or the early 3D.
So your quote would be, I'm Fess in 8-bit.
I'm Fess.
I'm
In
Fess.
8-bit.
I like
I'm
it.
Fess.
Yeah.
I'm Fess.
We should be like in the
Yeah.
digital.
Because
Oh my God, was that Melissa? That just-
Okay, so we got to wrap things up. First of
Yay.
all, what we do want to say is congratulations
Yeah,
to our good friends Fess and
absolutely.
Melissa.
thanks for including us.
Thank you so
lot.
much.
It was great.
It was really fun.
May you live a long and happy life. Now, while we are just finishing up the podcast, you're listening to us today, and I want to remind you this Saturday, the 16th, we are going to be recording our 200th episode. We're going to be recording it live at the Bryant Lake Bowl, and our guests are going to be radio DJ Barb Abney and international music sensation Jeremy Messersmith.
Wow.
Messersmith. Messersmith.
I said
Is
his
it
name.
Jeremy
Messersmith.
Messersmith?
It's
Jeremy
It's Jeremy
Messersmith.
Messersmith.
Jeremy Messersmith. You know what?
It's phonetic.
I've said his name right many, many times
That's
before
true.
today.
I've witnessed it.
Many, many times before today. And we, of course, later on tonight, we're going to be recording our second live episode. You folks will hear that coming up next week. But you should go and see us live at this great event on the 16th. Also, we have just put up a campaign for Geeks Without God t-shirts
Woo! And hoodies.
and hoodies. And we have a link on the website, and we have to get 15 of them ordered
Yeah.
in order for them to ship to anybody. So,
I think we need like 6 or 7 more.
yeah.
So
And I haven't ordered mine yet, so
what?
yeah. I'm gonna.
Believe
form.
in us,
I'm
Poor
Tim.
just
form.
trying to decide how many.
Ooh.
Jeez.
But yeah, there's 2 styles of men's shirts, a style of women's shirts, and hoodies. So, and when I say men's, I mean unisex, if that fits you better. But you know, the old shirt switcheroo. I don't know.
Shirt.
Yay! Thank you. That's my Glover, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here all the next 10 minutes. I'll be right here.
That's Shirt Saru. Shirt Saru. All right.
Yes.
So thanks so much for coming out to Melissa and Fess's wedding.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
If you did, thanks for listening to us. And we want to remind you also to review us on Stitcher.
Yes.
Because we've been on Stitcher for a little while and on iTunes. And Melissa and Fess, because it's your wedding, I'm going to give you the last word. Do you have anything to say before we go?
Excuse me.
That is very profound.
Comes from a
Sorry.
place deep inside.
You can edit this.
You can fix it in post.
Yeah, but I won't.
Yeah, we don't.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for helping me thank you for helping us, I'm sorry, on our wedding day. Thank you. It
All
means
right.
a lot to
We
And
us.
with
love
that,
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
we're
Congratulations.
Geeks Without God.
Wait,
Thanks.
do I get something
Goodbye,
to say?
everybody.
Bye.
Oh, no, screw you. No.
You already said something when you quoted
got-
yourself.
you got to
No,
answer.
that was
Technically,
me
that's
answering
saying
the
something
question.
You got
twice.
to answer the 5 questions. What the hell else do you want? All right.
Okay.
What do you have to say, Fez?
All right. Well, if Zangief not a bad guy, then who will crush men's skull like sparrow egg between thigh?
Right?
That's the way-
It's a necessary evil.
That's
is.
the
It's
way to
basically
end.
the entire argument of Machiavelli's The Prince.
It's true.
It
Absolutely.
justifies
A
Zangief's
book
existence.
beloved by sociopaths everywhere.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the way you end a podcast. Thank you very much. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
All right, thank you to Geeks Without God and the happy couple. Woo!